3, 2, 1.
I'm an eating disorder therapist. I'm going to do my best to not use the O word because I find it pretty offensive. So I'm going to use fat-bodied as we talk.
Okay.
Do you understand why people find it harmful and triggering?
It's inherently unhealthy to have excess body fat, yes.
No, that's not true.
But I'm not pretending. This doesn't bother me, that it doesn't hurt to carry my weight, but it must be done.
Say we knew for certain.
I can go grab the data for you right now.
Okay, so what do we do? And we know that weight cycling in and of itself, bad for the heart, bad for insulin, bad for the brain, bad for all the things.
We work with that individual.
And I don't encourage weight loss because it's unethical.
Are you trying to tell me that having fat in your liver,
I just want to talk about
fat in your heart, having fat deposited in your brain is healthy?
Today's topic, obesity isn't unhealthy. And this is probably one of Jubilee's most crazy debate back and forth. So the format of this is Jubilee will usually have one expert, someone who's really good at what they do, and then 20 people who pretty much opposes what they say. And the question for this video is, why do some people in America believe obesity is not a problem? Because there really are some. You'll be surprised. You'll think, what? Really, who? But there are professionals who operate in this realm of it's not a problem. The question is, what does that belief cost us? And are we going to be able to turn back time in terms of the idea? And so we'll break down some of the most intense, revealing moments in this debate. You guys are gonna be shocked. This is gonna be wild. I would invite you to watch to the end because our takeaway is probably not gonna be what you're thinking, but I would invite everyone to also go watch the full video to get the whole picture of this whole thing, because it's really interesting stuff.
I'm an eating disorder therapist. I'm going to do my best to not use.
Is she some type of nutritionist?
Yeah, she was on a show that was on TV for some time. And she basically helps people lose weight.
I'm an eating disorder therapist. I'm going to do my best to not use the O word because I find it pretty offensive.
Gosh, bro.
So I'm going to use fat-bodied as we talk.
Okay.
Do you understand why people find it harmful and triggering?
Overweight and obese is literally just having too much body fat. It has nothing to do with the quality of the person.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Are we going to debate the claim?
Yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to clarify though the language.
Are we going to pretend like I'm a 3 and you're my mommy, telling me how to talk?
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
crazy,
the claim that
bro.
you're saying is that it is inherently unhealthy to live in a fat body.
It's inherently unhealthy to have excess body fat, yes.
Okay. Where are you getting that information from?
Oh, okay. There are dozens of MRT trials that show having excess body fat. Dozens is causal, not correlated.
No.
Bro, man, she was getting on my nerves, man.
Already,
bro. Cause she's saying the word obesity is harmful. Like, people like that are the type of people that want you to protect ant rights.
tree rights.
Those overly sensitive people are so annoying to hear speak about things. You can't use the word. Like, what are you talking about? Just like how she was pretty much telling her don't use the word. You want people not to tell you what to do, but you telling somebody else what to do. Because if you want to be nice and friendly with a tiger shark and say, oh, it's just a shark, I say the shark is friendly. So he's go inside the ocean and pet a tiger shark and see what happens. You can't make something what you want it to be when it is what it is already.
They're just now starting to try to redefine language, right? And what happens when you redefine language is you redefine how everyone looks at it now. If the words hurt my feelings, then the problem must be the word, not what the word is pointing to. Because obesity is a scientific word. It's not a word that we made up to like beat down on people who are bigger. If you're obese, you're obese. this little clip was just a warm-up, okay? The real denial begins when this lady, who is a eating disorder counselor, she's in the medical field, bro. And Jillian gets to this in the end where she like really opens up like the can of worms, where you'll be able to see they just won't be able to accept, they just don't get it. So this is a continuation from the first clip. I just wanted to play the first clip and let you guys see how this is setting up into the bigger problem. Take a look.
Oh, no, that's not true. There's no disease that just fat-bodied people get.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But obesity lends itself to all-cause mortality across the board. Have you heard of something called adiposopathy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know it means literally sick fat. And you understand how it works?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me how it works.
So it's an additional layer of fat in the stomach area.
No, that's not what it is. It works as follows. When we eat too much food that has energy that we're not utilizing, the body needs to put that energy somewhere, right? So it puts it in fat cells. So it puts it in initially subcutaneous fat cells, a little bit of visceral fat, which is fat around the organs. And at first you have hyperplasia, which means we're recruiting new little fat cells, which isn't necessarily a bad thing up to a point. Now, the issue is that once you can no longer recruit more fat cells, right, you get hypertrophy. So the fat cells start to expand. And this is exceptionally dangerous because what ends up happening is the blood vessels get outpaced. So the fat cells can't get oxygen and they start screaming, literally. And when they do, they release cytokines, inflammatory proteins, right?
I want to pause.
Of course you do want to pause because it's irrefutable. You don't even know what I'm talking about. So
Jillian, okay, first of all, I don't appreciate the way that you're speaking to me right now. You called me out for just trying to understand the languaging and saying I was talking to like a 3-year-old. I felt like I was talking to you very respectfully. You're talking to me very disrespectfully right now. I'm going to do my best to not use the O word because I find it pretty offensive.
Gosh.
Do you understand why people find it harmful and triggering?
here's the thing.
And I want to...
You're telling me you understand it, but you don't understand it. You fundamentally didn't describe it accurately.
But what I understand is that...
What's lipotoxicity?
I don't want to talk about, I am not, okay, here, I'm going to say this straight out. I am not a medical doctor, okay? So I'm not going to talk to you about medical diagnosis because that's outside my scope and I'm fully willing, hey, I'm fully willing to be wrong.
That's crazy to me, man. Oh, don't be mean. I wasn't being mean. I wasn't trying to call you a 3-year-old.
Do you understand why people find it harmful and triggering?
When I say the hot seat, like you come up there thinking you know something, and then someone says, you actually don't know. But like you bring all this ego and pride to the stage that you can't accept the fact. I know she said, I'll accept if I'm wrong. I'll give it to you if I'm wrong. But boy, you don't even know what your whole ideology is going against.
Man, you said you know what it means.
She did.
You lied. And you got exposed. And now you want to talk. Oh, don't come at me. Why did you just say you don't? Well, I don't really know what that means. But she wanted to talk tough. She wanted to look strong, and she was looking weak. She got exposed, and now she's looking weak. We can clearly see when you try to bring the facts, people want to bring the emotional side and disregard the facts.
If I don't get it, it really mustn't be true. That kind of mindset is what spreads misinformation, because she explained adiposopathy and then lipotoxicity, which are terms that explains how things happen within the body. It's not like someone made it up. The next clip, the debate really does take a turn when the next person comes up. It goes from like denying to something that was really heartbreaking to see. It really was. And you guys will see it in this clip here. Check it out.
I have lived in a fat body for like as long as I can remember. And I've known very many fat people. And I don't think any of us, the people that I know, I can only speak to the people that I know, I don't think any of us are pretending that we're okay with it. What I want to say here is I live with autoimmune disorders. I live with chronic illness, and I'm also neurodivergent. And this is, the body positivity movement has made it so that I can tolerate this life. I can find ways to thrive, even still. But I'm not pretending that this doesn't bother me. And by bother, I mean that it doesn't hurt to carry my weight. I'm willing to concede with you that carrying around extra weight is harder. It is. But it must be done. I grew up with a number of undiagnosed conditions. And even I can think back to like middle school, and I couldn't keep up when the PE teacher would make us like run laps. And I'm like, this is physically aching me, and I didn't understand why.
And the tragedy of this is she's hurting, but she believes she has no choice.
A lot of those big people, they're engulfed with bacteria that craves
Parasites.
sugar and all these crazy food items that are just making them go wild and hungry so often, and they just don't know how to handle it because they lack the knowledge thereof.
Because like it's not just your body anymore. Now a whole bunch of things are there trying to eat
Oh,
the things that
you're
you're
not
eating.
controlled. You're controlled now.
Basically, culture advises people, or it helps people normalize suffering. Like it helps people stay in their condition and remain in torment. Like this is what culture does. This is why you can't depend on culture. And whenever people say, since the beginning of time, we have been redefining things, we have been making things better. We didn't need religion to help us. We don't need a God outside of time to put his hand into time and help us understand things and bring rules and regulations. People think like, culturally speaking, things just progress, things get better because culture really is the religion of some people. Just when you guys think the conversation can't get any worse, it gets worse.
Dang.
Take a look, man. Take a look.
I can go grab the data for you right now if you want.
Say we knew for certain that it was unhealthy, that what you're saying is true. Even then,
here's the classification.
But even then we'd be in this place where, okay, so what do we do? Are we going to send someone down a path of trying to lose weight and then gaining and trying and gaining? And we know that weight cycling in and of itself, bad for the heart, bad for insulin, bad for the brain, bad for all the things.
We work with that individual.
That's what I do in my private practice.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And I don't encourage weight loss because it's unethical.
I disagree with you.
Huh?
Dude. Registered dietitian, bro. Registered dietitian, bro.
Bro, I'm about to break my glasses, bro.
Hey, break your neck, man.
The weight cycling thing is from the person not being consistent. That's what that is. The math on this is third grade, bro. Like this is 1 + 1 = 2 math.
1 + 1 = 3, bro. If you and your wife have a child, how many of you are there?
We have 4, man.
This is what happens when your feelings become like the highest priority in your life. Like when you look at other people and you just prioritize feelings over what they're supposed to do. She just actually literally flipped morality upside down because she said helping someone get healthier is unethical.
Do we see what's really happening here? What are you people, man?
But affirming their decline is compassionate.
Oh my goodness. Oh, if you want to stab yourself, I think that's healthy.
Bro. And so she finally snaps, and then she asks a question that none of them want to answer.
Are you trying to tell me that having fat in your liver,
I just want to talk
having
about
fat in your heart, having fat deposited in your brain is healthy?
No, I just want to talk
Okay,
about.
so no, you're not.
Oh shit, she just starved me. I'm gonna do everything I can to try to get back to that place.
I think it's
Drive
more
up thoughts about
complex.
food.
I think it's more
Slow down
complex.
metabolism to conserve the energy you are getting.
So are you suggesting that because it's hard and it's multifactorial, we should negate the dangers and not try
I'm
to get
suggesting
healthier?
that it's more dangerous to weight cycle than it is to stay in a fat body.
That's still not the claim.
Mind you, the claim here is obesity is not healthy, and pretending it is puts lives at risk. This lady is literally saying, stay obese. It's okay. She said, is fat in your liver, heart, and brain, is it healthy? And she literally couldn't answer, bro.
It's like in their cult, if they say what's true, they have now become, they're scared to be normal.
Exactly. Because the moment they answer, like, is this bad for you? And they're like, well, yeah, fat in the brain is unhealthy. Everything about the body positivity movement comes crumbling down.
They have to admit that they're wrong. They don't, and then pride is another thing too. People don't want to admit when they're wrong, and that could be an issue of progression.
Honestly, biology doesn't really care how you feel about things. Biology works the way that it does. Like, if you were a coal miner for 20, 30 years, your risk of developing lung cancer or some kind of cancer inside of your body is extremely high, because biology doesn't care about how you feel. It cares about the toxins that you're breathing in. You saw how this happens, right? First, it's the language denial.
I'm going to do my best to not use the O word because I find it
Oh
pretty
my
offensive.
gosh.
Do you understand why people find it harmful and triggering?
Then that gives them power for scientific denial.
There's no disease that just fat-bodied people get.
I didn't say that.
Then you've got the emotional pain that comes with it.
I'm willing to concede with you that carrying around extra weight is harder. It is. But it must be done.
And then you have to go to an ideological extremism to kind of handle all of the stuff that's coming up.
And I don't encourage weight loss because it's unethical.
And then you have the truth confrontation.
Are you trying to tell me
No,
that
no,
having fat in your liver,
I just want to talk
having
about
fat in your heart, having fat deposited in your brain is healthy?
No, I just want to talk
Okay,
about
so no, you're not.
Comfort without the truth, it really does become cruel. Obesity is the result of having too much comfort without having some responsibility. This is what happens when you take away responsibility from people. And the verse that came to me when I was going through all of this was Isaiah 5:20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes and shrewd in their own sight. The Bible isn't an old text. The Bible is a reoccurring text based on humans, because I've said this before. Humans, we don't really change. We just do the same things over and over again. And God's design for the body is not to shame, obviously. It's stewardship. It's responsibility. When you hand your kid a toy, you don't expect them to break it right away. You expect them to play with it and have fun in the proper ways. We need to be clear in what we're doing. We need to have courage to address the things that aren't going properly and do all of this in love. Be kind about it. You don't have to be nice about it. No one wants you to be nice. No one cares about the nice guy, but people do care about the charismatic person who brings up truth in situations where there's pain. Subscribe if you want more truth-centered breakdowns and perspectives on situations. And check out this video if you haven't. All right, check it out. YouTube thinks you'll like it.
Quit playing games with life, man, before you get played out.
And we're out of here, folks. It's Dialogue.
It's your man, Eddie Ed.
Hey. Peace.
Peace.